What is the fastest way to learn iOS programming?
If you want to learn HTML5 and JavaScript, I'd say to take the Khan Academy courses. By the end, you're creating web apps and games.
I want to learn iOS-specific programming, like Swift or Objective-C.
Then go to developer.apple.com. They have info on how to set up the SDK, get registered as a developer and join the App Store, how to program in Swift.
I think Swift is what I need to learn fast.
Code.tutsplus.com has classes on learning iOS from scratch, from setting up the development environment to coding practices. I think you need that in addition to the language itself.
What if I want to learn the language itself?
CodeSchool has decent tutorials on Swift. They also have lessons on Objective-C, and working with iOS frameworks like Mapkit.
That's probably more advanced than I am. I'm still at the is there an app for that phase, and if they had a game to teach iOS programming, I'd try it.
Code Combat has PHP and Python and others, but I do not think they have games to teach programming commands for Swift. You could try Team Treehouse, which has lessons on iOS development of photo browsers and self-destructive messages.
At least that gets points for being cool.
RayWenderlich.com has a number of tutorials on iOS programming.
I saw his stuff on Objective-C.
He had tutorials on Swift up shortly after Swift came out in 2014. He has tutorials on everything from the basics of the language to comparisons to Objective-C.
Swift is simpler.
And he teaches you how to make an iOS app and tips on more advanced things like using the gesture recognizer.
I vaguely remember hearing about that.
He even teaches you how to make a game like Candy Crush in Swift.
Given that Candy Crush made $1 billion, I'd pay for a lesson on that, and I'd certainly be motivated to get to the point where I could software test it.
If you've learned the basics of it, you could go to learnswift.tips for tips on how to make the most of the language.
I'll take any tips on where I could learn the basics.
So try the Thinkster.io lessons on how to learn Swift. Or watch all the videos on Swiftcast TV, which is probably the easiest way to learn it. If you'd happily chill in front of YouTube and fight the temptation to watch cute cat videos,